Hey everyone, welcome back to the All Music Matters Internet podcast. I'm your host, Brian. Today I welcome our special guest over there in the UK. It's our favorite bloke. We got Stephen Anderson, aka the Berlos Band. How you doing, brother?
I'm doing very well, thank you. Thank you for having me on.
No worries. Yeah, actually, it's a good thing you posted a good bit on social media there too. And I know Christina from Vox and Sticks had also gave a lot of shout outs to you as well. I know.
Yeah. Fox and Sticks. Can't beat 'em.
That's for sure. And I guess which part of the UK are you hailing from? Are you close to London?
I'm in Kent, about 60 miles away from London, south.
Yeah, close enough. I was gonna say I was actually in the UK not too long ago. Actually, it was May going into August or June already. So man,
Yeah.
It's already been that long. So beautiful country you blokes got. So
It's not bad. It's not bad.
you've been living there your whole life, or I don't know, whenever you.
We don't appreciate it, do we, when you live there? It's just, yeah.
I guess so. How you been recently? What's new?
I've not been too bad. A few mental health hiccups, but no, generally speaking, yeah. Well supported by the community, so thank you very much all.
That's good. Actually, you'll get to elaborate on that here in just a little bit, because that could be about some of the challenges you face here too.
Yeah.
I guess we always need to start with a beginning, middle, and then an end. So we always need to do a traditional story, but I like to always start the exposition like this. So, Steven, I'm going to welcome you to my podcast right here. And the way this is going to work is I'm going to ask you some questions. Let's get to know the man behind the music here too. So, you ready?
I'm ready. Let's go.
All right. So I guess first off, is it just you? You're the one who's doing all the music for the Berlos band?
Yep, it's just me. Just me in the corner of my living room. That's it.
All right. So I guess let's start when you were just a wee little lad, and then work your way up to when you formed the Berlos band. So I guess, who are you, and how did you become a musician?
I'm Steve. I got my first guitar on the Monday after my wedding, 1995, and that's where it all started. That's where the music come from.
We'll say it's a Christmas present or something.
No, it was instead of a honeymoon, it was a guitar.
Oh man, I love you, baby. Yeah. He doesn't say that marriage was gonna last a good while, so yeah.
Yes, it's the 29 years this month, so not too bad. Yeah.
Congratulations. Actually, you didn't play any instruments when you were a kid. I guess
no
musical.
No, nothing at all. No. The earliest memory of music was Pink Floyd, very young, and that was it. I was hooked.
So don't tell me it was the Dark Side of the Moon album. That whole
no, it's the Wall.
Well, actually, I remember a friend of mine back in high school, and he always wore a Pink Floyd shirt and a Pink Floyd jacket. I don't think he ever took it off. I don't even know if he washed it, to be honest. So.
Pretty sure back then they didn't. No.
Probably not.
No.
But I guess jump into the band a little bit here too. I guess did you just start the Berlos band recently? And I guess where'd you get the name?
It's almost a year now since I dropped the first song. And the Berlos band is simply my wife's nickname from her brother was Berlo, and she's in the same living room as I am, so I called it Berlos band. She's the one who tolerates me doing it, so it was Berlos band. Yeah, plain and simple.
I guess just real quick, the genre type of music, are you just doing like acoustic sort of style music, or you try to like throw in like MIDI sort of works with the drums and stuff?
Yeah, just like programmed drums and bass and things, the odd collab as well, but it's all electric. It's bluesy. Yeah, just about to venture into some rock, but I won't go too far into that.
Like the old British hard rock days there too.
Yeah.
Because would you consider doing something like the Black Sabbath? Go back to the old doom days of Black Sabbath.
I would love to do a bit of Black Sabbath style. Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
I guess you mentioned about collaborations here too. I guess who have you collaborated so far? Are you just been doing some other English people in your neck of the woods?
No, two Australians, Harrow, Frank Farrell, Croatian, Regifter, New York as well, Nick Delacasso. It's pretty much international.
Berlos band expanded internationally now.
International, never left the living room.
That's pretty cool. Actually, it's interesting you said Croatia, because I think that's the first time heard someone out of Croatia. So I guess how'd you meet that person?
Literally in the community. Yeah, got talking and yeah, awesome artist, regifter, awesome artist.
I wonder if he is close to the capital city.
There's a plug there, regifter.
Actually, I know they used Dubrovnik in Game of Thrones. I guess just the outskirts where they were.
Oh, I don't know a lot about that, but yeah.
No?
No.
I would say it's largely, obviously it's its own fictional setting, but you could just automatically tell it's got like the shape of like Great Britain, just expanded a lot longer and everything. So plus the way some of the names are too, like a lot of them got like an English sort of sounding name. So it's like a representation of England in this case.
Yeah.
I guess what made you want to consider doing the Berlos band? I guess just one day I wanted to try something.
Yeah. Well, I put my guitar down for 20 years, and for mental health reasons, really. And then I met a friend whilst walking the dog, and he told me his musical story, and it suddenly clicked that, oh, actually, this could be quite good for my mental health, and I picked the guitar up and started writing, and that's where we end up today.
And I guess we can probably jump into the whole thing with challenges here, but I guess, so what sort of mental health challenges are you facing, I guess, back in the past and even these days?
Depression, anxiety, PTSD from childhood. So.
Well, that's not very bad. I guess, is it still kind of hitting you these days? And I guess,
it can do, yes. And it does, yes. Yeah, but music is a healer, I think, in a lot of ways. Or a patch.
Temporary band-aid.
Yeah, band-aid, yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Lines, yeah. And I guess, how do you try to cope with that? I guess, you got the friends and the music, so yeah.
I've got friends and that, friends online in this community as well, very supportive. So, yeah, there's coping mechanisms that I've built up over the years.
I guess while we're on that topic here, I guess, so what other challenges, I guess, have you been facing these days as a musician outside of the depression, PTSD, and all that stuff?
Continuously being jailed by Facebook and not allowed to share stuff doesn't help. Generally speaking, though, the challenges, no, not too many. Not too many.
Not really going to go out do like a little touring band and let them go in the UK?
I wouldn't mind going live. It was supposed to be the plan this year, but I think I'm going to have to put that off till next year.
I guess so. So I guess COVID kind of added to your depression and everything else here too. So I guess we can go ahead and jump into that. But I guess, how bad was COVID for you, family, and music-wise?
To be fair, for me at the time, in a pretty dark place, was awesome. Because everybody was shy and I didn't have to speak to nobody. That was quite good. So, yeah, but no, generally, as a whole, it really just shut everything down, didn't it? And caused a lot of people a lot of fear, anxiety. Yeah, scared, really. Yeah. And it was a long period, wasn't it? 2 years?
I think like almost 3 years when you think about it. I always jokingly say 2 3/4 whenever you think about it.
Yeah.
But that was mainly just me. But it was because it was when I actually did not go back to work till like literally 2 3/4 of a year later. Back into the office, I should say. But and then they finally gave me the message to be like, no, you have to come back into the office. So
yeah, eventually you have to go back, don't you?
Well, they did a hybrid, which it was fine, but it was like, seriously, man, I was saving money on gas. That would do. They had to like fill the tank.
Yeah.
They had to fill the tank for like almost either 2 weeks or close to a month at times. So that was nice.
Yeah. It heads up, doesn't it?
Yeah. Also, they have to worry about parking because I know when you drive downtown, you have to deal with a pretty penny just trying to park the car somewhere.
Oh, yes. That's the same the world over, I think. Yeah.
Fortunately, I never had to parallel park, so at least I was able to. He said that. So, did you have any brushes with COVID? I guess were you and your family okay?
Yeah, everybody was okay. Yeah. Nothing serious at all. So we was lucky, really.
Yeah, that's good to hear. And it's good to see you're doing well there, mate. And hopefully your dark days are behind you there. Hopefully the setting around you is not.
Hopefully. Yeah. It's still
So we got
working.
Dark Saying already here too. So I'm thinking like, oh man, don't tell me this is a premonition of what's to come. So
Yeah.
and actually, one of the questions I forgot to ask for you, Bravo, was actually about the music scene because they're out of the state of Utah. And
Yeah.
normally I like to ask this here too, but and I don't know how big your town is, for instance, but I don't know how much you actually get out. But I guess how's the music scene been in your neck of the
It's
woods and also in and around London?
it's very good down here locally. Even like 100 yards down the road, I've got a pub that plays live music every weekend. So yeah, no, it's fairly good. Yeah. I don't know about London because I never do London, but it's always been advertised, so I assume that's kicking. Yeah.
Hard to say. I think some of the people who do, because I've interviewed a good number of people out of the UK already, and I know they say in their neck of the woods, since some of them are like pretty rural, and tends to
Yeah.
struggle a little bit. But
Yeah.
like some of them who do live in London, they say it's still a little bit of a struggle
Right. Right. Yeah.
trying to get back up and everything. So
Yeah. The pubs nowadays here are not what they used to be to play in. So it isn't the same as what it was 20 years ago. Put it that way. Yeah.
yeah, I think everybody else here too. So I can see why.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, but yeah, I think really everywhere else it has been a little bit of a struggle. It always seemed like it was kind of a little bit downward, and this is just me speaking from the States. I can't really speak for everybody and around the world, but it seemed like in terms of like attendance and everything else, as well as music, it seemed to be on a downward, and COVID just kind of like shot it down a little bit since no one was able to tour and do that stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. It was definitely a downward turn before COVID. Even here, like, in the music scene, I think locally here, and then obviously it's just all gone, and people had nothing to do. Very frustrating, I'd imagine. Gigs cancelled, and that was it. Career's over for some people. Yeah,
So some people, yeah, not everybody.
yeah, some people. Yeah, yeah.
Had to go back to doing the work from home job because they
Work,
really
work
did
from
that
home.
job.
Yeah, yeah, that's right. Didn't have to carry the amp upstairs though, so that was a bonus.
There was that.
So,
Unfortunately, you had to do like the customer service. You had to do
yeah,
all the other stuff.
that's
Try to
right.
fill it all the other ones. So yeah,
Yeah.
let's see. And, I've got to ask this too. I guess in terms of picking up the guitar, because I know you said you got it during your honeymoon and everything too. I
Yeah.
guess who really inspired you to take up the
Well,
guitar?
Pink Floyd was a big one. But the first one, I walked out the shop with a Led Zeppelin book with tablature and things in it, and expected to play that within a week. So that was my first inspiration, I suppose, on the guitar. Failed miserably. Yeah. But yeah, and I thought inspiration's been across the board, yeah, over the years. But I do love the blues.
So you like a couple of blues artists that actually have in my neck of the woods. I'm actually from the city of Pittsburgh in the state of Pennsylvania, and some of the blues we have. One was like Jimmy Adler, who's real big into it. The other one's real big into soul. He'd call himself more of a soul artist. Is Billy Price.
Right. Yeah.
They both named names for themselves right there, and
Yeah.
picked some as and
Yeah.
everything. So
But yeah. Yeah. No, my big influence on the blues was Gary Moore. And there's a lot of local blues. When I was playing live 25 years ago, blues was a big thing locally. Yeah, a lot of rock blues bands. Yeah.
you know, they always tend to get overshadowed because I think most people would always think of like back then in the 50s and 60s, you had like Beatles and the Stones, and they got down to it and progressively darker with Black Sabbath, and keep going. You got the 80s, and then 90s got even more heavier with bands like Napalm Death and both for I don't know how familiar you are with the death metal scene.
Not that familiar. No, not back then. Yeah, I was an Iron Maiden fan in the 80s. So yeah. So any other heavy metal band come along at the time, that was it. Maiden was the only band. Yeah. I'm glad I changed my view on that one.
So you can't forget about Judas Priest. You got
Judas Priest, Saxon, yeah. Def Leppard, all of them.
They prepare to scream for vengeance, ladies. So yeah, Scream for Vengeance. I think is first of all, I do love the artwork the most, so I would say that's probably my favorite.
Oh, the artwork, yes, yeah.
I love good old Rob Halford. The guy knows what he's doing right there. So he's still going out there. So
he's still going.
You know, unfortunately, I'm not seeing Judas Priest, but I am seeing Iron Maiden. They are coming to Pittsburgh in November.
They come to Pittsburgh. Oh, nice. Yeah.
Yeah. I was kind of stoked. So it's actually in a arena. I've been there a few times, and actually that's where I saw Kiss and the Who. And that was actually pre-COVID when that happened. So
Kiss, you can't beat a Kiss tour, can you?
You know, obviously my dad saw him a good number of times because obviously he grew up during the times of the 60s, 70s, and 80s. So he saw Kiss, Ted Nugent, and he actually did see Rainbow. Actually, when it was Ronnie James Dio, Rainbow. And it was actually a picture that he always talked about because it was one that it was a friend of my uncle's. And it was one, it would have been like one of those ones you could have just hung up on a wall within like $1 million sort of picture, for instance. So I don't know, like, have you seen like any live shows recently? I guess
I haven't seen a live show for many years. No, since my Hawkwind days. I didn't see a lot of that for Smoke Across the Room, but it's a different story.
Yeah, I would say I am a bit of an introvert too, though I like doing these podcast interviews. So I guess was that also another struggle?
Yeah,
a little bit introverted.
Big struggle for me. Yeah.
So I want to introvert to the next from the U.S. How you doing there, brother? Yeah, good. I guess what do you use in terms of production? So I guess what brand is your guitar, and I guess what else do you use on a computer to make music?
Is a very cheap Yamaha guitar, and I use Cakewalk on the door side, and that's it.
Nothing else? I was going to say no DAW or anything. I guess who puts the music together?
The door is Cakewalk, and you've got the USB interface, and that's straight in. Yeah. £40 worth of guitar, one single middle coil pickup, and off you go.
Very simple. So.
Yeah.
Yeah,
complicated.
No, I guess not. But I've been used to people have like some sort of interface, and I'll take Cakewalk. I'm not too sure what else people use in terms of their phone to like get the music down, because I know they have like some sort of recording feature. I forget what it is that gets like the music down outside. Maybe just do it with the camera on.
So. Yeah. There's lots out there.
That's true. Yeah. So you talked about the gear right there. I guess how many songs actually have you released so far?
I think it's 32, 33. Yeah.
Oh, really? What year did you start the Berlos band?
It was just on a year ago. I dropped the first song. Yeah.
Keep me so busy.
Very busy. Yeah. Many stories to tell.
All right. I guess you want to share any of those stories, or I guess is each one of your songs kind of tell?
Listen to Berlos band, they tell it all. Yeah.
Well, yeah, she could maybe elaborate on that a little bit here too. But how about this one right here? I guess when you are creating a song, for instance, have you always started with the music and then put the lyrics on last?
Always the music. Always just stick a drum beat on, sit back, and then whatever's gone through my mind during the day, I'll put it down and see where it goes.
Does Cakewalk actually do MIDI drums? I never knew they did.
It does, yes. Yeah.
Okay, that explains a lot. So, and I guess what inspired your lyrical content? I guess what are your lyrics in each of your songs kind of delve into?
Personal stories, most of them. 99% of them is my story, my life story, laid out in song.
So I just wanted to delve into like Below Darkness. You kind of went through the depression.
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely, yeah. It helped. Very, very therapeutic to do it on it.
Yeah, that's what music will do. So
yeah, right. Yeah.
And I guess how did you come across that Christina Grey? Because I think it was her post that I saw, like, support, Berlos band here too, because it seemed like you were kind of going through some trouble. I guess did you reach out to her saying like, hey, I got this issue going on? Was that what it was?
I'm pretty sure I posted a video of a breakdown happening, and I thought, I'm going to record this and post it and hopefully help someone out. And I think it's Christina that actually reached out to me. I can't really remember, to be honest with you, who reached out to who, but yeah, that's how that came about. Yeah. Very, very supportive lady.
Yeah. It's kind of a little shocking too. I've been seeing like some of her posts. She seemed to be going through her own little struggles. I don't know if it's
Yeah, I think there's a lot of people who do, isn't there? And they don't reach out to people and they don't talk to people. Just talk is what I say anyway. Yeah, reach out.
yeah, I can see why. And actually, hers kind of shocked me a little bit too because I'm thinking like she should be on top of the world, but I don't know if it was like negative posts, someone like saying like this and that, or whether it's
And there's a lot
mental
of
issues as well.
there's a lot of nasty stuff going on though behind the scenes and things as well. So yeah, it's not all roses, is it? There's always an element.
I should say the road to hell is paved with good intentions.
Yes, definitely. Yeah.
So,
but no, she's a lovely, lovely person. Box and Sticks, the shows and band together. It's a great group.
Speaking of which, I guess when did you join band together? Did you just join this year?
As soon as I come on in, pretty much, I'm pretty sure band together one of the first ones. Yeah.
I guess speaking of which, I was going to say, which social media outside of Facebook are you on? Do you use any other ones?
Only YouTube now. YouTube and Facebook. That's it.
Just Facebook and YouTube.
Yeah. I can't be doing Instagram anymore. No. I tried it, but it's too much hassle.
Actually, I was going to say, did you get hit with those specific posts saying like, "Oh, we'll give you so many views," or I think I even got something like sexual reference or something.
There's all kinds of things. Yes, I didn't want in my inbox, put it that way. Yeah.
It's like, I do not need your negative energy today.
No, definitely not. And I can't afford what you're offering. Yeah.
But I guess while we're thinking about it here too, I guess what advice would you give to musicians that are in the band skater community, and I guess in your neck of the woods and around the world too?
Interact with people. Just simply interact. Talk to artists. Listen to the music. Comment, and they'll be more than happy to do exactly the same for you. Comment and help you out if you need to. You ask a question. It's such a good community. It's just interact with the people there. That's my biggest advice.
Is there anything else? Maybe just like pick up the guitar and just play, or anything else?
Just play. But yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Just play. Just be yourself. I think that's the most important thing. Yeah. And don't be put off by what other people think. It's what you do is what's important, and how you feel about what you're doing. Yeah.
Okay. And,
that's Berlos' advice over with.
Yeah. Actually, I was going to say, we've been busy for the questions here pretty good. And I guess normally people are pretty good with the conversation here too, but I guess since we did talk about being introverted and everything else, but I guess the other thing too was in terms of other challenges, I guess, do you struggle with anything in terms of marketing, or have you just mainly put up a post and be like, let's see where it goes? That sort of deal?
That's exactly it. Yeah. I've got no grandeur in being anything other than what I am, and so I just post it and see exactly, just follow the trail and see where it goes. Yeah. And then I'll post everybody else's as well. Keep the community going.
Okay. And, I guess speaking of which, you got any music coming out? I guess you want to do a quick promotion?
Berlos Old Bastards have got a new song coming very soon, a bit of a collab with Mechanic A. So that's a great little project that's going on. Yeah. That's the only one I'm going to talk about right now. Yeah.
Can't spoil anything else here too, I guess. Yeah. How do you mean Mechanic A? Is he also out of the UK, or is he somewhere else?
From Canada. Awesome artist. You should be listening to him every day. I'll tell you,
I guess the same could be said for everybody else there too. They probably be saying.
Oh no, absolutely, yeah, that's right. Yeah.
It's like, hey, where's the love at? I gotta get my love here too. So
yeah. You should definitely be watching your podcast every day, every time you do one, and your videos, isn't it? Awesome.
Yep. And speaking of which, have you checked out a couple of mine? I guess
I have.
Great.
I have, yeah. There's about 200 and take there, isn't there, on podcasts?
Well, I should say some of them I've actually split into two because sometimes you tend to get those ones that like go like 2 hours or maybe a little
Yeah,
over an hour. So
yeah,
unfortunately, and the reason why people tend to take up TikTok and do videos a little bit shorter is because people attention spans don't last as long unless it's like
at 12
legit,
seconds.
yeah, something like that, or 30 seconds to say the least.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
it's one of those things like people then start losing interest maybe after the first few minutes. So I think,
yeah,
let's
yeah.
see, splitting into two, see if that helps. So that's what I did. So,
And it helped.
in a way, I think maybe part one always got like maybe the most views than part two.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
so all right. I guess so. Steve, we did bring some questions here pretty good. Actually, this might be setting a record here pretty soon.
Oh, that's
But
not bad going.
no, I think I understand why. So, but hopefully, they are feeling okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Fine.
But I guess let's see what else we can pull out of the fun questions right here. So start with the general ones, but let's see what happens along the way. So ready?
Yep.
Okay. So let's start here with the first fun question. I guess what would you say is currently your favorite food?
Favorite food: burgers, cheeseburgers. It's definitely top of my list. We've got a very good butchers locally, and some lovely burgers. Yeah, probably not the healthiest things out, but yeah, they're good.
Well, I know Burger King's done the Impossible Whopper, which apparently is a plant-based one.
Oh, right, okay.
So I don't know how
That-
legit it is, or I don't think I want to know what goes into it because I think that it's going to deter me from ever eating that Burger King
yeah,
ever again.
you'll never eat again. Yeah, yeah.
I forget what it was. It was some sort of documentary. I think it was. I don't know if it was like maybe talking about how hot dogs are made, or something just in the
No,
meat pack industry.
yeah, you don't want to go down that road.
No, I think just hearing enough and be like, I don't think I want to. Otherwise, I think I think I'll think about going vegan there.
Yeah,
Steven.
yeah.
I guess it. I guess what do you like putting on your burgers? Because in the U.S. and you'll see this in like different parts of like the states, for instance, but in my neck of the woods, ours is technically like putting coleslaw and then maybe throw an egg on top of over easy
Oh,
egg.
yeah. Simply the burger, bit of cheese, cucumber, lettuce, and a bit of tomato ketchup. That's it.
It's just a straight
touch of onion goes down well. Bread.
It's easy on the onion. You don't want to scare the girls away.
But no, no problem there, my friend.
If you want to keep the people away, just do it that way here too.
Yeah.
I think even Dracula was one to try to get close then.
No, that's very true. Yeah.
I did ask you like putting bacon on yours? Because, I try to avoid it, but unfortunately, I think bacon's like one of those things you always got to add to something.
Yeah, bacon just has to be done at times, doesn't it? Yeah. But no, not a simple burger. Yeah.
And sorry to say on the food, but I guess what sort of cheese? Do you just like the American, provolone, Swiss?
No, it's like a very strong cheddar. Yeah.
It's called British cheese. So, because I'm assuming it's opposite yellow, or is it?
It is yellow. It is yellow. Yes. Yeah. But it doesn't come in like one of those little packets that you peel off and stick in the burger.
Yeah.
You actually have to cut it yourself.
Yeah. I would say, burgers in my case are my favorite. I did say pizza in the past, but I think it was always because we'd always get like a nice meat ears, and one of my pizza joints is actually what's called Pasquale's.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you're really big into pizza or whether in your neck of the woods they have real good pizza, but
yeah, we've got a few places that do good pizza, and I do like a vegetarian one, to be honest. My favourite pizza. Yeah.
Actually, believe it or not, I actually interviewed a couple guys out of the New York region. They're part of the band Swill. And one of the guys is in the hospitality industry, and he actually, mainly his wife, he's not really much of a cook, but his wife makes this real good curry. So he gets his curry real good in the UK and your neck of the woods.
I suppose so, but I can't stand curry. Anything hotter than paprika crisps, and I'm done for.
Well, at least know you wouldn't be a cowboy burger with putting jalapeno peppers or pepper jack cheese on.
No.
Okay, fair enough. And our next fun questions here, I guess. What would you say is currently your favorite movie? And if you want to throw in a TV series, go ahead.
TV series would be Supernatural, just for a laugh. And my favourite films are the Alien films. Predator always comes top of the list. Yeah. But I haven't watched I've watched one film since I picked up my guitar over a year ago, and that was it. Yeah, so it's music, music, music.
There's always music afterwards. So yeah.
Yeah.
And actually, you were the original Alien. I guess did you see that new one?
The original. The original. Yeah. I haven't seen the new one.
Be Romulus. That's what it was. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Not sure how it did overall, but I guess it did okay. I wouldn't say it was necessarily knock your socks off like what the original one was. And the reason I brought up TV series in, first off, it seems like everybody, maybe because of streaming these days, it seems like you have to keep up with the pace. So everyone's like doing more like TV series, and I don't know. I'm assuming they share like Paramount, HBO, and all those guys.
Yeah.
So I just know my mom, she really got into like British crime dramas. So
there's a lot of it. Yeah.
And I don't think this one counts, but I know she really loves Doc Martin, which
Doc Martin. Yeah, that's a good series. Yeah, definitely. We're fans of that. Mm-hmm.
I'll say you're a doctor who's afraid of blood. So
yes.
You don't wonder how that works out. So.
Yeah.
Actually, one was a Scottish one, and it was actually called Shetland.
Shetland, yeah.
Way up north.
I don't think there's anybody alive in the Shetland Islands now. That was quite dark, that wasn't the first series anyway. Yeah.
I got a little bit here and there. And actually, the one that always seemed to interest me, even though it was odd that it came all the way back, it was a guy we had already met. It was one that actually went to Norway, and unfortunately, I got involved with like this Nazi sort of group. So I forget the whole details.
Nazi sort of group.
Well, I mean, the Norwegian sort of Nazis, we should say.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So even though I think pretty much all Nazis in some sort of way still worship Hitler, even though they have like there's slight differences here and there, it's still like some sort of nationalistic pride about their country. So
right.
I don't know, but it's whatever at this point. So and moving on here to the next one. I don't know if you drink, but if you do drink any alcohol, I guess what would you say is your favorite alcoholic drink, and then what's your favorite non-alcoholic drink?
Favorite alcoholic drink would be a good pint of ale, strong pint of ale, and my favorite soft drink is water.
Hey, you never could go wrong with a little water. Here we go.
Just a glass of water. Yeah.
Yeah, not the optional ones. And actually, how are the pubs? Like you're like what's your two? Yeah, I guess
expensive.
Outside of that, which is kind of obvious at this point.
Yeah, no, pubs are good. Yeah, I'm pretty much out in the country here as well, so it's still a country feel to the pubs. So with the ones that are left, yeah. So no, that's good.
I guess real quick, I know you mentioned about pubs playing like music. Are they obviously just doing the tributes and the cover bands?
They don't. It's not really originals. It's cover bands and tribute bands. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Very hard to get a full set for original and keep people listening in it. It's on a Friday night when all I want to do is have fun.
I do, but actually, I was going to mention this earlier, but I actually do work in a restaurant, and sometimes we actually get those. Some people would just bring in the acoustic guitars and they'll just do little vocals, that sort of stuff. I guess would you maybe consider doing something like that, even if it was covers?
I would, yeah. Just an acoustic guitar, sit there and go for it. Yeah, it sounds like fun.
I guess we could probably add a new seed and a new idea in his head here too. So
I've got the acoustic guitar in the other room, so we'll say no more on that subject.
As I say, just go out there and play.
That's it. Yeah, that actually does really appeal to me, I must admit. Yeah.
I guess it depends on the bar size. Mine's kind of like a little small in terms of the dining room and the bar, but we still get a good crowd for karaoke nights.
Yeah, karaoke. Yeah, over the nights.
I guess have you done any karaoke?
I have in the past, yes. Embarrassingly, yes, I have. Mm.
One of those drunken incidents, wasn't it?
Many of those drunken incidents, yes. Yeah.
I mean, I heard someone trying to just sing Bad Reputation from Joan Jett. That one did not go well. So.
No, that's a good one. Yeah.
It's a fun one, yeah.
Yeah.
And for the last of fun questions right here, I guess, what would you say is currently your favorite song in the indie community, and then one from the mainstream world? If you got any others, go ahead.
Voodoo Mirage, their new one, and I can't for the life of me think what it's called. Sorry, Joe. But yeah, that's my favourite track that's out there at the moment. And I don't have a favourite mainstream track.
From Pink Floyd? I know you mentioned it earlier.
Oh, if I was going to have to pick a Pink Floyd one, it'd be Comfortably Numb.
Is it that of money?
No,
I heard that one.
You're going to get me going now.
Yeah. Actually, funny enough, I was in Italy, and they were actually doing a cover of that song on the speakers, I should say, because it was in our hotel lobby there.
Yeah.
I'm surprised there was a woman singing, so it actually had a different dynamic to it. So, and it was interesting. And actually, I was like, it was pretty good. So,
yeah, it's a good song.
That's for sure. And speaking of Joe, I actually did interview him. I don't know if you saw his interview yet, but he was mainly doing it for Ring of Fire, not Voodoo Mirage.
Yeah. You could probably interview him about another 40 times yet. He's got most of Spotify at the moment. Yeah.
He's slowly taking over Spotify.
Definitely, yeah.
But you got them too.
Awesome artist.
Even better firefighter too. So
yeah, and a good friend and a brother. Yeah.
Absolutely. Okay. So, Stephen, we have brief questions here, pretty good, but I'm trying to at least get to over 40 minutes because normally that's the minimum I like to do. So I had to keep asking numerous questions, but I guess do you have any questions for me? Any final words you want to say before we jump to the last question?
Just thank you for having me on. It's a pleasure to meet you as well. And I do actually love what you do. So, rock on.
I said it to you about you and everybody else, but all right. I always love that. That was praise. So, yes, let's see what you can come up with this question here. But here's how it goes. So, given what COVID has done, obviously you've been pretty blessed. Seems like you and your family weren't impacted too bad. I know maybe you've gone through more mental, if anything, but for those people who perhaps go through something similar that you've gone through, or even maybe currently going through now, but also impacted by COVID or anything else in their lives, what sort of message of hope could you give to musicians and people out there as we try to move forward in a post-COVID world?
There is always light at the end of the tunnel. Always. Just accept what's going on. Love yourself. Talk to people. Don't hold anything in. Just talk to people and get it all out there and move towards the light, and things will improve. In any situation, generally speaking, they will improve.
I think he's definitely saying light, yeah. He's
He's
definitely saying light. I'm saying reflecting off his glasses and everything too.
Yeah, no, it's just
No deal. And we'll put it around this way.
good.
We'll go high, we'll go left, right.
Special effects.
Absolutely. And spoke like a true prodigy.
True prodigy.
Yeah. And just real quick, just say this is a tasty burger.
This is a tasty burger.
Little Pulp Fiction reference right there too. So I know you're saying burgers. So.
You can't beat that, can you?
No. Actually, have you seen Pulp Fiction in the past?
Oh, many times.
Absolutely.
Many times, yeah.
All right. So, Stephen, we reached the end of a podcast right here. I think I'm all out of questions right now, but obviously talked for about 40 some minutes right here. But I guess got any shout outs? Any final words you want to say before we close?
Yeah, I just want to give a shout out to Harrow, Frank Farrell, Mechanic, Joe Boo, Rain of Fire. I can go on and on. There are so many good artists in the community. Rock on, and thank you for your support and the music.
I do, yeah. He's giving them something to relax during his therapy sessions. So, yeah. And just real quick for the audience, can you just mention what social media and streaming platform you're on so that they can check you out?
On most streaming platforms, and the social media I focus on, as I said, is Facebook and YouTube, but everywhere else you should find Berlos Band.
Right, sounds good. So everyone, my guest today was Stephen Anderson, hailing from the UK, aka the Berlos Band. So be sure you guys go hit him up on the socials and everything here too. Let's go support our bro right here. And for those of you suffering from any sort of mental issues, whatever it may be, so just reach out. Be sure you're able to talk with us here too. We're all here for you in the community. So go support this guy's music out there. He's doing some major work out there and everything too. So God bless this man. So Steve, wish you all the best going forward there, mate. So you stay safe because it's a crazy world out there.
Look after yourself.
Yep. Stay tuned.
Thank you.